get to see the Eagles' leader at quarterback. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Eagles and the BlackKnights. All that and more coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the London BlackKnights. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the... The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Looking to throw on second down. Ziegler, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Down to the 42, second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 2-yard pickup.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves you out that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Right back to him on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Ziegler, his throw incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Ziegler. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
On 3rd down, corner. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Throwing on first down. Ziegler, it's caught. Smith.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Holding, offense.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
To throw on 3rd down. Ziegler. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact,
he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big pickup of 38.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a road. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2nd and 11. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stumped the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On 1st and 10, Ziegler. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Ziegler. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
London about set to take over on offense.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Ziegler throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. On first down, Ziegler. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, it's Porter, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Throwing on first down, Ziegler. And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Ziegler. And he's got his big tight end here. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Porter. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside. And he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Ziegler. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now they'll run on the draw. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. To throw on second down. Ziegler throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On 1st and 10, Ziegler. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And this one is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 72 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the BlackKnights have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
The extra point forthcoming. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ziegler. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Black Knights take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
On 2nd down, it's Porter, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Ziegler. Oh, wide open, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I love the poise in the pocket right here. Protection, absolutely sensational. And he's able to use that protection to scan the field, make sure his receiver came open, and then deliver a perfect pass. That was beautiful.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a handoff up the middle. Porter, a good move. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Ziegler. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Porter, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Operating from the gun, Ziegler. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Second and 1. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there. 44 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Escape. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Here's the Philadelphia offense. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get a big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. London about set to take over on offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 45-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Holding. Offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
47 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. 2 yards is the pickup, and that enables him to also pick up the 1st. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Eagles' 17-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. There he goes left side. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Following the fumble recovery, Ziegler, and this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Here's 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here that's complete.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Back to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Black Knights are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
An extra point attempt to follow here. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
So now the Eagles down on the scoreboard. 1:54 on the clock. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ziegler. That's complete to Chase. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Throwing on 1st down. Ziegler under pressure, and down he goes. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. To throw on 2nd down, Ziegler. It's caught on the right side at Smith. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. Ziegler. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ziegler. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed. Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the home team here, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.